Alright, boys, so we got our first tier list video, and today we're going to be ranking every WrestleMania 41 match by excitement. We got a total of 13 matches, and we have 5 different tiers here, right? So we got cinema, we got super excited, we got okay, and then we got nap time. This is like, alright, maybe I should take a nap during this match because why is this on the card? So we're going to be going through all 13 matches. I'm going to be putting them in each category and explaining why I have it on that one, going from left to right here. So first, we're going to start off with the big boy match of WrestleMania 41, the main event of night 2 here, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. For me, this is cinema. This one is a quick, easy cinema, for many reasons. One, John Cena is my favorite wrestler of all time, so I mean, even when he was versing Austin Theory at WrestleMania 39, I was like, yeah, I'm hyped for this match. I'm always going to be excited for a John Cena match, especially at WrestleMania. And this being his last WrestleMania match, of course, I'm going to be super excited. But whether it was John Cena or not, I actually like the story of this match and what's been going on with it. Right, I like John Cena selling his rock to the selling his, did I just say selling the rock? Wow, selling his soul to the rock. That makes more sense. And turning heel. I like seeing heel Cena. It's different for his career. So it's something, new and different to see. And then, Cody Rhodes is pretty much the Superman of WWE right now. So he's pretty much defending WWE and everything about it, while John Cena is pretty much the biggest anti-Superman guy right now. So it's a fun story. It's a fun match. I know the match will be fun. I know the entrances are about to be crazy. I know the match itself is about to be crazy. I'm sure, there's rumors of Stone Cold showing up. So yeah, this is definitely cinema, 100%. This is probably my most anticipated. That's not how you say that. Anticipated. Wow, I can't. I think you guys know which word I'm trying to say, but I can't say it. So we're gonna move past it. But this is the match I'm most excited for on WrestleMania 41, in my opinion. All right, and now we got Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. Now here's the thing. This one is actually super underrated. A lot of people are hating on this match, and people are like, oh, like, right now, if I was 90% of the WrestleMania, WWE fan base right now, I would be putting it at nap time, right? But since I'm not that 90% of WWE fan base, for me, it's not nap time, right? I'm actually excited for this. So I'm gonna put it at excited, right? Like, I'm not super excited. Like, when this match comes on, I'm not gonna be like, woo, let's go. I've been waiting for this one, right? But I'm not like, oh, nap time. Like, I don't want to watch this match, or I'm not just like, oh, okay, it's just kind of there. No, like, I actually kind of like the story. They kind of did with this one, because when you do look back at it, Damian did screw Drew all year. Now it was really on Drew, right? I mean, Drew's always the reasoning for all his faults, right? But the way he was blaming Damian at all his stuff, it was kind of cool how they brought that back throughout the year, because so, like the Clash and Castle stuff, he versed Damian, but since CM Punk screwed him, he lost the match. But even though he still blamed Damian for that, saying he took advantage of him, while CM Punk, sucker punched him, sucker kicked him, whatever you want to say. And you have Money in the Bank, when Seth Rollins came out. I mean, it was Seth Rollins versus Damian, and Drew came out with his Money in the Bank and tried to cash in. And, CM Punk screwed him again. And then again, he blamed Damian for taking advantage. So I kind of like how they went through all the events that Damian and Drew interacted in throughout this last year, and now kind of bringing it all together for a WrestleMania match. And this is going to be a street fight. They confirmed this on SmackDown that this will be a street fight. So, this makes it even better, because it's not just a normal match. There's going to be some weapons and some whatever. We don't know what they're going to use yet, but I'm excited for it. So just for that, I had to be excited. And I think the reason they made it a street fight is because, like I said, 90% of the fan base is like nap time for this match. But now, hopefully, the fan base is a little higher on it, because I think the street fight will make it a fun match. But match aside, like I said, I like the story, so it's dead in the middle for me. I think it's a cool match. Oh, now this match, whoo, it's definitely the girls' triple threat. By the way, if you can't see, it's definitely between super excited or cinema. I just don't know which one I want to put it on. I had to do super excited. The only reason I'm doing super excited and not putting at cinema is because the thing that does hurt this is the story, right? I think for me to put it at cinema, everything has to be good, right? The story has to be good, the hype for it has to be good, the wrestlers in it have to be good, everything has to be good. The match itself, we know, has to be good, right? And just everything is good with this match except the story, and it's not because of Io, it's not because of Bianca. And this is not Rhea's fault, but just the way they added Rhea into this match, I wasn't a fan of. Right, her basically crying for like a month straight and like forcing herself into this match, I didn't really like. Now I know they did kind of fix a little bit, which by doing a Rhea versus Io match, having Bianca being the special guest referee, and then Bianca screwed her, so it actually did give Rhea like a real reason to be in it. So they did kind of save it with that, but it doesn't matter. Like we still had all that crying Rhea Ripley a month before that Io Rhea match of her just crying to be in this match. So that does hurt it a lot because of all that Rhea being a crybaby. And again, this is not against Rhea. This is what they wrote her to do. And I love Rhea Ripley, one of my favorite girl wrestlers currently at the moment. But yeah, like what they did with her before Bianca special guest referee match was just ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking, and it was just annoying because Rhea Ripley is supposed to be this dominant champion, dominant woman wrestler that doesn't cry and beg for stuff, right? Like I don't know, it was just a weird thing, right? It didn't really fit her character. I didn't like direction they were going with that. But either way, I mean, these are like the three best women right now in the division, currently like active, and that's here constantly. So I think a triple threat between them three. I think the match itself is gonna be like really good, which is why I'm super excited. Right, like Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are my two of my favorite female wrestlers of all time, and then you're adding Bianca in there, which is also goaded. So super excited for that one. All right, and then next we got Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. This is the men's big boy triple threat match, which will be the main event of night one. Oh crap! I don't know what just happened to my computer there. So this match again, it's obviously either super excited or cinema. I don't. I'm gonna put cinema. I think it is cinema. The thing I'm debating: do I like it more than the John Cena and Cody stuff? No, I do not. Again, I think I'm just being biased because John Cena is my favorite WWE superstar of all time. But I will put it, right there. It is in cinema, right? Again, everything has been great about this match, right? Like if we're talking about stories, John Cena versus Cody, and in this guy's triple threat, these are definitely the two best. These are the matches I guess you could say they focus on the most with story wise, right? Like every week there's always been some type of story with it on Monday Night Raws and SmackDowns, and they actually been focusing on it. Now I know that's because they're the main events of each night, but like they have focused on these two matches the most, so they have gotten the most, time to develop character wise and story wise. So yeah, I'm excited for this. There's a lot they added to it, right? You got the Seth and Roman feud and hatred story right there. They always hate each other for years now, so you have that there, and then you have Seth Rollins hating CM Punk, so you have that right there, and then you have CM Punk taking Roman Reigns, Wiseman, Paul Heyman, and then we also have the CM Punk favor, which we now know that it's going to be Paul Heyman in CM Punk's corner. So there's a lot of story between these three guys. So story wise, amazing cinema, and in the match itself, I mean, just like I was talking about the girls, there's like the three best active men wrestlers right now. So of course this match is gonna absolutely cook, and I'm excited to see if who Paul Heyman is gonna walk out with at the end of this match. So yeah, absolutely cinema for this match. And then we got Jade Cargill and Naomi. This one, actually, this one's actually cooking. This one is actually cooking. I'm gonna put this. It's not super excited. I just don't know if I want to put it over the girls triple threat. No, it's not over the girls triple threat. I'll be lying to myself. I mean, that girls triple threat, I'm really excited for, but it isn't super excited. They actually cooked with this one, and if you would have told me before, Jade Cargill got attacked, right? If this was going to be a match at WrestleMania 41, I would have been like, all right, are you serious? This is the match I'm going to be taking a nap in, right? Because I think we all wanted to see Jade and Bianca this year. But I think they are saving that. They're waiting for that for a different time. They don't want to, quite have them wrestle yet, and they wanted to put Bianca in this title match with Io and Rhea, so it's fine. But for Naomi to come in and versus Jade, what they did with her story, kind of took a turn. I'm glad they turned her heel because I always liked Naomi. I didn't have a problem with her, but like she was just okay to me, right? Like there was nothing that ever stood out to me to her. Like when she came out, I was like, oh, let's go. A Naomi match is coming. Woo! Like I was just like, okay, this is gonna be a good match. But her character turning heel and what they did with the story, her being the one attacking Jade, everything about it, right? Like again, this is one of the few matches they actually took time to develop a story on. Like some of these matches were just kind of like put together last minute, you feel like, but this match and story has been cooking since I guess you could say since last WrestleMania, like over a year, because you had that's when they created the big three with Jade, Naomi, and Bianca, and had their match at WrestleMania, and they were the big three. So I'm excited for this one. I think the match itself will be good. Jade's first singles match at WrestleMania, so a lot is happening. A lot is going to go into this. We're finally seeing Naomi as a heel. There's a lot going on here, and yeah, I'm excited for this one. They worked on this match a lot. This one is a shocker match that came out of nowhere, but again, it was a shocker. But I'm super excited for it. And then we got Jay and Gunther. Oh boy, this is the match. I would say this is probably the match that's like most talked about online, 100%. Like, let's be honest. There's a lot going on with this. This is a 50-50 match too. Like, whether you're really really in love with this match or you really hate it, I feel like there's nobody in the middle of this crap. And for me, not nap time would be disrespectful because I love my man Gunther. But I'm gonna put it out okay. For me, it's okay. Listen, man, I have a lot of beef with this match and this story and everything about it, bro. And it's not necessarily I hate either wrestler. I love Gunther, right? He's one of my favorite men wrestlers currently on the WWE roster, and I like Jay too. I have nothing against Jay, but in my opinion, I just don't think Jay should be versing Gunther at WrestleMania. It's not because I don't even think. It's not even because most fans are saying they don't think Jay should be in a World Heavyweight Championship match. It's not even that. He's one of the most over superstars right now in WWE. So I don't mind that he's in a heavyweight championship match. That's not the problem. My problem is we just seen this match three times before this WrestleMania card. We've seen it on Raw. We've seen it on Saturday night's main event. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm not trying to watch this match again. You know what I mean? This is why I had the problem with the Seth Rollins and Drew match last year at WrestleMania. I had the same thoughts. It's like, I don't hate Seth. I don't hate Drew. I didn't mind the match, but like, or the story, I mean, but like, we just seen that match, like 2 to 3 times before that WrestleMania match. This is the same thing that's happening with that. So it's not necessarily that I hate Jay being in this match or I hate this match itself, but I just don't want to see this match again. And in recent memory, right? Like if they would have had their last match like a whole year before this, like that's different, right? But we had Jay recently versus Gunther for the IC belt, right? We had that in the last year. Jay went for the IC belt, that's when Jimmy screwed him. So that was last year before WrestleMania. And then we had, Jay and Gunther on a Raw, right? And then we had Jay and Gunther on the Saturday night's main event. So 3 matches in like around a year or so. Like that's just I don't know. In my opinion, I know a lot of people will be like, all right, that's a dumb excuse or a dumb reasoning, but for me, I just hate seeing the same crap over and over and over, right? Like so it's not necessarily that. Like let's say I don't know. This is gonna be random, but let's say Drew McIntyre randomly dethroned Gunther before WrestleMania here on a random Raw or something. I know that would never happen. And then Jay won the Royal Rumble, and we got like Drew McIntyre versus Jay. That's like different, right? That is what it is, but like I don't know. I don't know. I guess we've seen a lot of Jay injuries too. I guess that was a bad excuse, but hopefully somebody watching this video gets what I'm trying to say. It feels repetitive to me, but at the end of the day, I'm sure it'll be a fine match. That's why it's out okay. And Gunther will probably carry this match like wrestling wise. But I know Jay's entrance at WrestleMania will go crazy, so that's also a plus right there. So it is what it is. All right, next we got Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight for the U.S. title here. All right, this one I would put at excited. I would probably put it after Drew and Damien. Right, I mean I am excited for this match. Jacob Fatu is an amazing wrestler. The thing for me is I'm not the biggest LA Knight fan. I know I'm gonna get hated for that. 90% of the WWE fan base loves LA Knight. Just for me, I just think he's okay. Right. I really just think he got carried by a meme, the yeah meme that was going everywhere on Twitter and TikTok, and now he's just super over. And I'm not trying to hate him. Like you got like wrestlers get over for the craziest reasons, and he got over by having a little catchphrase, being a meme. It is what it is. Like, and now look at him, he's a U.S. champion. So hey, he did his thing. But just for me, like when I watch an LA Knight match, I just don't think it's like the greatest thing I ever watched. Right? Like I said, I do think gets carried by the yeah stuff. But again, Jacob Fatu's an amazing wrestler. LA Knight and Jacob Fatu been having a story going on, right? Like LA Knight's been having a story with like the new bloodline. So the story is there. But I definitely can't put it as super excited. Like when this match comes on, I'm not gonna be like, "Woo, yippee, yippee!" Like, but not, I'm also not just like okay or nap time, right? Like I definitely am more intrigued over Jay and Gunther, but like I do think just slightly though I do slightly like the Damien and Drew stuff a tiny bit more, and I think the match itself will be better. I think Drew and Damien are both better wrestlers than LA Knight. So that reasoning alone, I had to put it after Drew and Damien, but it definitely goes over Gunther and Jay. So I'm fine with putting it excited right there. And then we got Liv Morgan, Raquel versus Bailey and Lyra Valkyria for the tag titles. Now here's the thing. I am excited for the match. I do want to put it excited, and people might say this is too high because they're like, "What?" I'm with your fans here. I'm with you guys here because I don't like why this is a match. Like, this shouldn't be a match. This is like stupid. I will be honest, but at the same time, it is for really big popular WWE girl wrestlers right now. So that's what I'm saying. If you're just thinking about the actual match, it will be a really good match. And it will be, it will be fun to watch. But like, yeah, this is probably one of the most random WrestleMania matches we had in a hot minute. Like, there's a lot of dumb reasoning behind this, right? Like, you could say Liv Morgan deserves to be in a singles match at WrestleMania with the over the last year she just had, right? Coming back from Royal Rumble, having amazing story of Rhea Ripley winning the championship over there in Saudi Arabia, winning the actual women's championship, all her feuds and stories, like everything she's done in the last year, has been amazing. And now she's in a tag team match, so you can complain about that. But not even just that. I don't know why they put Bayley and Lyra Valkyria in a tag team. If they wanted them both on the WrestleMania card, that's fine. But why don't we get Bayley versus Lyra in Woman IC title belt match? That's how you wanted to solve your problem of those two girls getting on the card. There you go. Instead of having that match we just had on Raw, I don't know why that couldn't have been on WrestleMania, but it is what it is. And then you could also had a real girls tag team that been grinding for years on this WrestleMania card versus Liv and Raquel. But I know there's a lot going on with this match. It definitely does feel random, but at the same time, like I said, it's four good wrestlers, so I think the match itself will be good. And then we got Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. Now I'm actually, um, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I am super excited for this. I'm putting it over Jade and Naomi. Story wise, this crap is absolutely dog crap. There is no story here, and it's so random. Like, there's no reasoning. There's like no reason before this match to happen, right? They didn't have any beef before this match. There's not like there was never a match where AJ screwed Logan or a match where Logan screwed AJ or like a Royal Rumble or anything or Elimination Chamber, right? It's just I feel like Logan Paul just went to Triple H. Is like, hey, I kind of want to verse AJ Styles this year. They said he's a really good wrestler, so let me get him, right? You know what I mean? So there was like no story or no reasoning for this match. But again, since AJ Styles is a top five in ring wrestler, no, screw that. He is probably the best in ring wrestler of all time. I'm gonna say it. And then you have Logan Paul, who's just been amazing in the ring, and he puts on banger matches. I think this match is gonna cook and probably be one of the best matches on this WrestleMania card. So that's why I'm putting it super excited, just for like the wrestling itself wise, right? Not story wise. Story wise sucks, but for the wrestling match that we're about to get with this match, super excited. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. And then we got Dirty Dom, Finn Balor, Braun Breaker, and Penta. Ooh. Oh my god. Am I about to get hate for this? I think I'm about to get hate for this. I'm putting it at cinema, bro. I'm putting it at cinema. Because, listen, bro. This will probably. This has the chance to be the best wrestling, like the actual wrestling match on the card, right? It's between this or Logan and AJ, like the actual wrestling match. It's about to cook, right? Like, I think all four of these guys are amazing in the ring. I can't believe Penta's already getting on the card and he just debuted on like Raw. I feel like what was it, a month, 2 months ago, if even I don't know. It was definitely really recent, right? Because it was on the Raw on Netflix. So yeah, this is crazy to me. But I think there's a lot behind this match. There's a lot of story, right? You can work with the Dom and Finn stuff. Obviously, Dom and Finn have been at odds about Judgment Day and stuff right now, so you have that story to work with. You have the story of Penta just coming in, and Judgment Day trying to recruit him, but he denied them. So you have Penta and with Dom and Finn stuff now, and then you have Braun, who's been feuding with all three of these guys for like the last month or two. So you have all that story, and then Braun Breaker himself is just an amazing wrestler. So yeah, Fatal 4 Way. I'm excited for this. This one's gonna be crazy. I know I might get hated. A lot of people might call me crazy for putting this at cinema, but like, dude, I don't like. Oh my god, this match is just. They cooked with this. This was an unexpected match, but it was just so good. I really did think they were gonna do a ladder match with this Braun Breaker IC title. I'll do like a 6 man ladder match and add like Sheamus and Ludwig to this because I know Sheamus and Ludwig have also been going for this IC title with Braun a lot this year. So that's what I was hoping they would do. But I'm still fine with this. But if they would have done that 6 man ladder match, holy cow, that would have cooked. But again, these four are both all amazing for the IC title, and being a fatal 4 way, it's like it's a really good chance that the Braun Breaker loses the belt here, and I'm not saying I want Braun Breaker to like lose the belt. The reason I want him to lose the belt is because I want him to go for like the heavyweight championship. So that's not like a bad thing when I'm saying, oh, I'm excited for him to get the throne. It's a good thing that I want him to get the throne so he can move up because he deserves to, and he's been amazing. So again, or we can have like Dom turning on Finn or Finn turning on Dom here. There's just so much they can work with this match. So I'm super excited for it. And then we have our nap time match. What in the heck is this, bro? Who created this, bro? What was Triple H thinking? War Raiders and New Day. I feel like he just wanted to get New Day on the card somehow. Um, so I don't know why they made this. Like in my opinion, and no, this is no disrespect to War Raiders or anything. They're like fine. I don't mind their matches, and they had some banger matches on Raw, and I'm intrigued by them. But like I don't think they're on the level of getting on the WrestleMania card. Definitely over the Street Profits, right? Like if you had to pick out of the War Raiders or Street Profits right now, and who deserves more to be on the WrestleMania card, that's 100% my man. The Street Profits. They've been cooking. They've always deserved all their flowers. They're amazing wrestlers. They put on, oh my god, they put on some bigger matches. Definitely Montez Ford is the GOAT. So it's like it's just crazy to me that they chose the War Raiders over Street Profits, right? Like I don't know why they can't both be on the WrestleMania card. Like in my opinion, every belt should be defended at WrestleMania. That's just something I always lived by, but like it is what it is. But like if you can only choose one to fit the card, it's crazy to me that they chose the War Raiders over Street Profits. Now, the only reasoning I feel like Triple H put this on the card is because I think New Day is gonna win the tag belts again, and that's just gonna add to their like record of what having the belt 11, 12, 13 times or what. I don't even know. Like New Day had, I think the tag team that has had the belts the most in WWE. So maybe it's just like that's gonna be a big moment with the New Day winning the belts again, or my friend Melly, shout out Melly, said that this is where Big E returns, which is why it's on the WrestleMania card because Big E is such a big return. He'll probably be one of the biggest return in the last few years, definitely with the injury he had. So I can see why they want Big E to return here than rather on the random Raw or something, right? So maybe that's the reasoning of being on the WrestleMania card. So if Big E does return in this match, I'll let it slide Triple H. And then I get it, Triple H. I get why you wanted this on the WrestleMania card because it's a Big E return. So I could see Big E returning to feud with the New Day now. So if that happens, yeah, that'll be cool. But since we don't know if that's confirmed, at the end of the day, this is a nap time, and the story is buns with this. And heel New Day has been so bad. I'm sorry, it really has. They have nothing to do with it. So this will be our first nap time match. And then we got Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Ooh. I think I'm gonna put this. I think I'm gonna put it at number one. Excited. I was debating putting it super excited, but I just put it at excited. But it will be number one excited. I do like it more than Drew, Damian, Jacob, and LA Knight and the girls tag team match. But I do think the story with Jada and Naomi, I can't put this over Jada and Naomi. I am really excited for this match. A last second match that got put together. But I love this match, and I love the stuff they're doing with El Grande Americano right now. They've been doing cool with that. It's a cool little new thing that Chad Gable is doing. And then Rey Mysterio deserves to be on the card. Obviously, he's one of the GOATs. And he always has fun matches at WrestleMania. So I'm glad they found a way to put him on this card. Now, we still have a week, right? We still have one more Raw, right? While I'm recording this, there's still one more Raw to be recorded before WrestleMania. So maybe this could still happen. But I think this would be cool if this was a mask for mask match, right? And whoever loses has to take off their mask. And this would be a cool way, for Ray to win. El Grande Americano loses, he takes off his mask, and that's when we find out it's Chad. I think that would make it better. Right now, it's just a normal match, but again, they could still change this on Raw and maybe add that stipulations to the match, but they don't have that yet. So if it was a mask for mask match, I'd probably have it and super excited. But since it's just a normal match, it's gonna be excited because I know the match itself will cook, and the story has been cool. And again, for a last second match, I'm super excited for this. And Chad Gable and Rey Mysterio both insane in ring, so yeah, this match is about to be fun. And then we have our last match, bro. And I really want to put this in nap time, right? I really, really do. But because I love Tiffy herself is the reasoning why it's not going in nap time, because I love Tiffany Stratton. She's one of my favorite girl wrestlers right now. So she is carrying this story, this match, everything for me, and going to be okay. Charlotte Flair is probably the super WWE superstar I hate the most. I can't stand her. I never did. I don't like her character. I don't like her wrestling. I don't even like the actual Charlotte Flair outside of wrestling. Everything about her, I just don't like. I just don't like how much title matches she gets for, like, I feel like doing nothing, right? Like, she literally came back in the Royal Rumble, didn't come back before Royal Rumble, won the Royal Rumble after coming back late entry too. I forgot which number, but it was later into the match, and then won the Royal Rumble. Like, I don't know what they were thinking, and now I don't know, bro. I don't know. And then the stuff she's been doing with Tiffy, and then she gets cooked in a promo, so she takes personal. Oh, sorry, that jump scared me. An ad popped out of nowhere. All right, so yeah. Anyways, what I was saying, she got cooked in a promo by Tiffy last SmackDown or 2 SmackDowns ago. So she went personal and started saying that Ludwig was in her DMs. Let's be honest, Charlotte. Nobody's in your DMs. Let's be realistic here. So I know I just can't stand Charlotte. The match itself will probably be really good. Let's be honest. Like, Charlotte can put on a good match, whether I hate her or not. Like, we've seen that at WrestleMania 39 with her and Rhea. But again, Tiffy is carrying this story for me. But then also the promos have been crazy. Like, they have been personal, and then like they just have been doing the same stuff every week. One person attacks the other, right? So it has been repetitive. I don't know. I feel like, in my opinion, a lot of it has been a mess, and I don't think Charlotte Flair deserves to be in another title shot this early in a return. But of course she is. But if Charlotte wins this, I might have to stop watching wrestling, because at that point it's just getting a little ridiculous, in my opinion. But yeah, that's going to be all my WrestleMania 41 matches ranked by excitement. So let's go through it real fast before we wrap up this video. So, for cinema, I got Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. The guys triple threat match of Roman, Seth Rollins, CM Punk. We got the fatal 4-way between Dom, Finn, Braun Breaker, and Penta. And then we move on to super excited here. We got Rhea versus Io versus Bianca for the women's championship belt. We got Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. We got Jade versus Naomi. And then for excited, we go Rey Mysterio, El Grande Americano. We got Damian versus Drew in a street fight. We got LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the U.S. title. We got Liv Morgan and Raquel versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria for the women tag team belts. And then in OK, we got Jey Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. We have Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship. And then in nap time, we got War Raiders versus New Day. I don't know why that match still to this day is on WrestleMania. Alright, but yeah, that's all of that. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. If you guys want more tier list videos, let me know down below in the comments. But I hope y'all enjoy. Drop a like, sub if you're new, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.